Hi everyone, Dr. Melissa here, and today we're doing yoga for your buttocks and core, really firing things up so you feel nice and strong and confident after class. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out and I appreciate it. If you happen to have 2 yoga blocks, go ahead and grab those. If not, no worries, I've got you covered. All right, go grab your mats and let's do this. All right, let's just jump right into it, getting our core and our booties fired up. Let's come onto our hands and knees and tabletop. We're gonna really press through our palms and you're gonna round through your mid-back. We're just gonna move our lower back and our pelvis. So you're gonna tuck that tailbone underneath. And then you're gonna have a little arch of the tailbone towards the sky. Really trying to keep the upper back and your neck still kind of in that rounding position. Notice how your back is moving or maybe not moving. As you're exhaling that, blowing out those candles, see if you can really start to feel it in that lower abdominal area. Keep pressing into those palms. Awesome for 3, 2, last 1. Sink those hips back. Stretch those arms out in front. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, you're gonna pull yourself, come all the way up. Press into the palms, lengthen through the crown of your head. And we're gonna take that right leg, send your right leg straight back. Reach through that back heel, press into the top of that left foot. You're gonna drive your right knee in towards your chest and then kick that leg, go straight back. As you're reaching through that back right heel, feel it in your glute, but you're also gonna get it in those lower abdominals. Make sure the low back isn't arching too much and that you're not rounding and tucking that tailbone out. So you can continue on like this, or if you wanna add on, when you kick that leg back, we're gonna drive it in this time and maybe you curl your left toes underneath and pop up. Lower the left knee, right leg goes back, hug the right knee in, straighten the left. Or you can continue just bringing your right knee in towards your chest and kicking it back. So pick which variation. We've got 3 more. Slow, controlled, whichever one you were doing, and don't let it creep up into your neck. Last one. Awesome work. Reach through that back right heel and we're gonna spin it open. Take your right arm, reach your right arm up towards the sky, float it up overhead and turn your gaze down towards the ground. Nice, gentle breath. Reach through those fingertips, reach through your toes. And then slowly bring everything back down. And then we're gonna lower down. So you can come into plank on your knees, plank on those toes, lower all the way down towards the ground. Now you're gonna let your forehead rest down on the ground. We're gonna bring our arms straight out towards the side like a T, and your thumbs are gonna be facing up towards the ceiling. Gentle press of that pubic bone down in towards the ground. And then we're gonna lift the arms, come straight up, squeeze those shoulder blades, and then back down, halfway back down. Lift up and back down. So little pulses. Make sure the shoulders don't creep by your ears. You're just squeezing the shoulder blades. Little pulses coming up. You can even get your core involved in this one. Good. Reaching, lifting up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bend the elbows, bring those arms by your side. Those palms are facing the ground. Keep that forehead resting down. Same thing. Squeeze the shoulder blades, broaden through those collarbones, lift up. And then we've got little pulses coming up. Little tiny pulses. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Open up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Those hands come back down towards the ground. Press yourself, lift up. Come up into that down dog, or you can come into a child's pose. Nice breath in, really press into your palms. Breathe out into the sides of your rib cage. And then pull yourself, bring it forward, back into tabletop, and we've got the other side. So press into the palms, drive into the top of your right foot, the left foot goes back. Option 1. We lift that left leg up, drive your knee in towards your chest. and then send it back, press through your heel. Pressing through the heel helps fire up in those glutes. Bring it in, kick it back. Now continuing with this, or if you wanted to add on, when you bring the leg in, curl those right toes, pop it up. Drop the right knee, send it back. Good. Picking which variation feels right for you, maybe mixing it up. Good. 3, 2, last 1. Awesome. Plank on those toes, plank on your knees. We are lowering all the way back down. Now those palms are going to come straight by your side. Press the tops of your feet down in towards the ground, tuck your chin. Now your head can stay down, or if you want to lift it just a little bit, you can, but make sure the gaze stays down at the ground. We're going to squeeze the front of the shoulders away from the mat. So squeeze those shoulder blades, reach through the fingertips, lengthen out, and then slowly lower. Lift up again, and then bring it back down. Keep using your breath. Great work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring those arms out towards the side. Now you can bring your hands behind the back of your head, or maybe you kind of place them down on the ground with your elbows sticking out towards the side. Either option, but you're working on lifting the elbows towards the ceiling without the shoulders creeping up. So here we go. Lift them up, squeeze open through your chest, and then slowly drop back down. Open, squeeze those muscles, and then back down. 5 more. Use your breath. Exhale, using lower abdominals, making sure you're not feeling it in your low back. 3, of course I lost count. 2, last 1. Awesome. Come all the way back down. Now we're gonna move those forearms straight out in front. Let your head rest down. I'm gonna poke my head up so you can hear me, but you're gonna bend that right leg. Toes or heel is facing the ceiling. You're gonna keep your upper body super relaxed and drive that leg, lift it up, and then bring it back down. Lift the leg up and back down. You wanna make sure that right leg isn't driving out towards the side, that you're keeping it in line with your hip. So lifting up and back down. Upper body soft, it's not helping out. Your glutes are doing the work. Now this time when we lift up, you're just gonna hold it, squeeze your glutes, use your breath, don't hold that breath, and then slowly lower down. Good, 2 more times like that. Lift and hold. Lower back down. Awesome, 1 more time. Press, lift and hold. And then slowly lower all the way back down, lengthen out, and here we go on that left side. Forehead's resting down, upper body's nice and relaxed. Bend that leg. You're gonna drive that leg up towards the ceiling. Make sure the leg here isn't going out towards the side, and then drop it down. Press and lift, and then bring it back down. Upper body stays nice and relaxed. Feel it in that glute. Make sure you're not feeling it in the back of your thigh. You can play with pressing through the toes, press through the heel. Good. Next time you lift up, you're gonna hold it here and then slowly lower. Lift and hold. Slowly lower. Last one, lift and hold it. Feel that glute fire up. And then lower all the way back down. Bring those hands back by your side. Press yourself, lift, come all the way up and back, and stretch it out. Child's pose, or if you want to come into that down dog, pick which option's best for you. Breathe out into the sides of that rib cage. Nice breath in. And take 1 more breath in here. And then we're gonna pull yourself, come forward, drop down to those knees. So we have an option to add on with this next one. So we're gonna take your right leg, kick your right leg back behind you. We're gonna come down onto that left forearm and then drive your right leg out towards the side. Now, it doesn't have to go very far, but you're gonna rotate the leg so those toes are kind of maybe starting to face towards the ceiling or towards the front wall. Kick it out, drag your heel back, press yourself, come back up into that tabletop, square the hips back off again. Drop down onto the left forearm, bring that leg out to the side, get your core, and then press yourself, come back up. Drop it down. Now, if it feels good just to leave yourself in tabletop, this is always an option too. You're still gonna get those glutes and the core. The key is rotating the hips out towards the side and then making sure everything is neutral and facing the ground when you come back. Good work. For 3, get that lower abdominals. 2, last 1. Come all the way back down. Take your right knee down towards the ground. We're gonna spin it open this time. Lift that left arm up towards the sky. Press those hips, turn your gaze down towards the ground. Nice, gentle breath in here. Open it up. Bring it back down, tabletop. And then we're floating to the other side. So take that left leg, send your left leg back. You can stay in tabletop, but make sure you're not arching too much, that we've got our neutral pelvis. Press into the arms. Right forearm to the ground. Take your left leg, sweep it to the side, and then drive it back up. Kick the leg out and bring it back up. Awesome work. Good. For 3, 2, last 1. Both coming back down to your knees, or you can come into a full plank. Pressing into those palms, your option. You can hold here, or if you want to add on, have a little bend, and then press, lift back up. A little bend, get that core, press, lift up. 2 more times, super slow. Good, last 1. Okay, now we're all lowering all the way down towards the ground. You're gonna pull yourself forward, lift up, open through your front of your chest, come into that cobra. Nice breath in. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Curl those toes underneath, lift your hips up and back. You can come into a down dog or child's pose, whichever option works best for you. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, take 1 more breath in here. And then whenever you're ready, you're gonna start to walk those feet forward towards your hands. Press down into those feet. And we're gonna grab the blocks and just kind of place them at the front of your mat. And if you don't have blocks, you can use your thighs, your shins, and you can also use the ground. So we're gonna have a little bend in those knees if you need to kind of reach down towards the blocks. We're gonna shift our weight to the left leg. Take your right leg, sweep your right leg straight back. You're reaching through that back heel. Nice breath in, lengthen out, lower that chest, raise your heel towards the sky. Now, if the hands are on the blocks and you want to play around with it, maybe you scoot those hands so they're facing backwards. But we want to make sure our hips are facing the ground. Keep reaching that right leg up. Nice, gentle breath. Exhale, let it go. And then we're gonna slowly lift ourselves, come up, take your right leg, step it back into that crescent lunge. Sweep the arms, lift them all the way up overhead, reach through those fingertips, lengthen out. Right hip back, left hip forward. Drop that rib cage as you float forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, open through the front of the chest, and just tuck that chin in. Keep pressing the left heel in as you sweep those arms, come back up overhead. Our back heel spins down, float the arms, lift all the way up overhead. Really pull the right rib cage back, reach through those fingertips, interlace your thumbs, and we're gonna bend to the right hand side. Reach through those fingertips, lengthen out, nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, take 1 more breath in here. Pull yourself, come back up, straighten the left leg. Pull your right rib cage back, bend to the left hand side. Only go as far as you feel comfortable, and you're still engaging those abdominals. We're pressing down into our feet. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pull yourself, come back up. Bring those hands down towards heart center. We're gonna spin both feet to face the side. Send those hips back as you bend your right knee, and those hands come down towards your thigh. So really opening up that left inner thigh. Keep sinking those hips. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now we're gonna stay nice and low here. Keep spinning to the right hand side, so you're gonna face the back edge of your mat. Now keep driving into your right foot. You might need to shorten your stance if you want. If you have your blocks and you wanna grab your block, you can go ahead and do that as well. So that block is under the left hand, or your hand is down on the ground. We're pulling the right hip back. Rotate your chest open as that right arm comes up towards the ceiling. You're nice and strong in both those legs. And we're gonna sweep the right arm underneath the left, and then sweep it back up overhead. Rotate, sweep underneath. Use your core to help with the twisting. Spin that chest lifted open. Bring it back down. Lift back up. Good, sweep underneath. Bring it back up. Awesome, one more time, feel that right glute, sweep underneath. Lift yourself back up. Now start to spin. Head over towards that left-hand side, bring your block with you. We're heading back towards the front of your mat. The left leg does all of the work, excuse me, as you shift your weight, come forward. Hinging forward over that front thigh. Toes can stay down or maybe lifted. Maybe hands are on the left thigh. But starting to fire up that left leg, we're gonna take our right knee, tap it behind, and then send it back. Bring that leg in and send it back. Keep tucking that chin in. Use your breath. Good, awesome work. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Place both feet back down, press into those feet, lift those arms, come all the way up overhead. Hands come back down towards heart center. As I fall backwards. Press down into those feet, drop your rib cage, and just check. How does your left side feel? Right side, how are those hips feeling? Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. And here we go on the other side. Float those arms, lift them all the way up overhead. Exhale, float it forward, hands to your thighs, the blocks, your shins. Maybe you have a good bend in those knees. But you're lengthening through the crown of your head. And we're gonna shift our weight over towards that right foot. Take the left foot, you can toe tap it back, or maybe you float that left leg up towards the sky. You're opening through the front of your chest, keep reaching through the back heel. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now, if you want to take those palms, maybe you flip your fingertips to face the back edge of your mat. Still trying to lower the chest towards the ground, but reach the right heel to fire up those glutes. Slowly start to pull yourself, come up. Take your left foot, step your left foot back. Sweep those arms, lift all the way up overhead, crescent lunge. We're pulling the right hip back, drop down from that rib cage. Keep reaching through those fingertips as we're gonna hinge forward over our front thigh and say hello to that right booty. Keep pressing the right foot to the ground so you feel that hip firing up. Lengthen through those fingertips. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take another nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Sweep those arms, come back up overhead as your back heel spins down. That coming into your warrior two stance, but the arms float up overhead. Now interlace those thumbs the funky way. Drop your rib cage down, bend to the left hand side. Reach through those right fingertips. Nice breath in. And play around with maybe leaning forward a little bit, backwards a little bit, so you can really feel it in those lower abdominals. Pull yourself up as you straighten through the front thigh. Left rib cage pulls back and hinge forward over the front thigh. Notice how this side might feel a little different than that other side. Pull yourself, come back up. Bend that knee. If want to use your block, let's bring it over towards the back edge of our mat. Now we're going to bend that left knee. Both feet are facing the side. Send your hips way back. Fire up that left glute. Nice inner thigh stretch on that right hand side. Keep pressing into that left foot. And just notice what you're feeling. Okay, we're going to keep spinning it to face the back edge of our mat. If you want, you can shorten that stance. Take your right hand down to the inside of that foot or use your block. And then we're going to rotate, spin the rib cage first, nice and firm in both those legs. Lift the arm, come all the way up overhead. Nice breath in. And then you're going to sweep the left arm underneath. And then rotate, lift it back up. Sweep that left arm underneath. Lift it back up. Good. 2 more times. You're rotating. Feel this in your core. Awesome. Last one. Bring everything back down towards the ground. Let's spin everything to face the front edge of our mat, staying nice and low. Transition over the right leg. The left leg can stay down or maybe it floats towards the sky. We're keeping those hips nice and even towards the ground. And then if you want, take the left knee, tap it behind, and send it straight back. Tap it behind and straight back. Those hands can also come to your front thigh. It's about firing up that right hip. Drive through your left heel. Awesome. For 3, 2, last 1. Take that left foot, step your left foot back. We're going to drop down onto that knee. Take your right leg, sweep your right leg back. You can come into plank on your knees, plank on those toes. Fire up, lengthen through the crown of your head. Awesome. 1 more breath. And then drop down to those knees and just come to a seated position. We're grabbing those blocks again. Okay. And we're going to take the block and just place that block in between your knees. You're going to stay lifted through your chest. You can also take those hands and kind of move the hands behind your chest. On your exhale, squeeze the block. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze the block, keeping the chest lifted, tailbone stays lifted. Those arms can also come straight out in front, or if you want to grab hold of your elbows, you can do that as well. Squeeze that block. Inhale, come back. Squeeze your block. Now maybe you play with kind of lifting the legs. It's an option. You can also put the hands back here. Lots of options. The other one I'm going to throw at you is if you want to add a twist, bring the arms to one side. Bring it back to center on the inhale. Exhale, twist to the side. Make sure you squeeze that block. Exhale, squeeze and twist. Wherever you're at, we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Take that block out. Whew. Good riddance, right? All right, coming down onto our backs. We're not done with our core. Aren't you excited? All right, we're gonna take those hands, place your hands behind the back of your head. We're finding that neutral pelvis, pressing into those feet. On your exhale, you're gonna drive everything in, kind of curl up, but lift your chest towards the sky, and then bring it back down. Exhale. And then back down. Good. You can also leave the toes down and lift through your chest and then bring it back down. One thing to peek at is to make sure that lower abdominal isn't pushing out. Awesome work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower everything all the way down. Heels walk in towards those hip bones. Now we're pressing those hips. Lift them all the way up. Lengthen up through those thighs. Squeeze those glutes. And then we're going to do little pulses going up and down. Make sure it doesn't creep into your back. You're lengthening through those thighs. Neck and shoulders are relaxed for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold at the top and we're going to push out. So little pulses going straight out to the side. Tiny little pulses. Awesome work. Good. We're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Lower those hips. Come all the way back down. Arms up overhead. Lengthen through those fingertips. Nice breath in. Exhale. Let it go. One more abdominal exercise. Hands come behind the back of your head. We're going to bring those knees in towards your chest. Your arms can also be by your side. So we're going to start to take the right leg, extend that right leg out, or tap the right leg down towards the ground. Inhale back up, and then you're going to switch. Now you're really lengthening from that hip so you can feel it in that lower abdominal. Good. Lengthen out, drive the other leg in. Now if this feels good, you can stay here. If you are wanting a little bit more, maybe you rotate to the side. Really rotate from your rib cage. Make sure it's not creeping up into your neck and shoulders. If you notice when you do abdominal work that happens, grab a pillow and sneak that underneath your head and your shoulders. I promise you it's not cheating. It's making sure you're using your core efficiently. Awesome. Really lengthen out through everything. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oof. Lower everything all the way down. Stretch out through those fingertips. Kind of give everything a little bit of a shake. Maybe you're rolling your legs in and out. Maybe you kind of take your arms and you can kind of just like shake those arms in the sky. Nobody can see you. And then bring those arms back down. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Move your feet about mat distance apart. And then you're just going to gently rotate to one side. Pause for a moment. Bring it back up. Head over towards the other side. Pause for a moment. Exhale, let it go. Bring everything back up through center. And let's roll it onto your side. Carefully come on up. And let's take one last deep cleansing breath in. Lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring those hands down towards heart center. Awesome job firing up those glutes and core during class today. It's really learning to make those specific little adjustments so that you're feeling those right muscles firing up. If this is something that you want to learn more about, I have a special gift for you down below. Check out that link and you can come and practice live with me over on my other platform. Also, if you would like to continue to keep learning more about this, I have a 7-day challenge rewire where you're gonna learn to move your body differently so that you can feel better. And it's only 10 minutes a day. So go ahead and check that link down below as well. And I would also love to know in the comments, what was your favorite core exercise from today? Until next time, namaste.